This is the automotive equivalent of March after no fat February.
You've got a nasty disposition. Everyone knows the reason why. You have a bad reputation. 'Cause you're the Evo IX.
I'm gonna come hard enough to topple a full bottle of Snapple. An Evo makes guys come like John Mayer makes pussies gush. Finally, we have an Evo. The Mitsubishi Evo IX is the liquid snake to Subaru's solid snake. More focused, more determined, but hacked up in the end and forced to live on in spirit. The Evo had to be meaner because it was growing up against Subaru, who unfortunately could outspend Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi's Evo department was smaller than STi. Mitsubishi just couldn't throw money at problems like Subaru could, so they had to out-crazy Subaru. Tons of boost, yeah. Compression tighter than a virgin asshole. And what that does is create an engine that screams but also bleeds. This Evo IX MR has the 2.0-liter turbocharged 4G63 engine, and it came with stock boost at 19.5 psi. That's what you get stock. It also has a replaced stock blow-off valve because of course it does. A better downpipe, which has an electronic switch on it, which makes it a douche pipe.
This is the douchebag switch, so I do have the stock exhaust running on the car. This is only for off-road use only. When I open the switch, the downpipe opens up and, you know.
As far as the clutch goes, it has a super high bite point. And does anybody still call it a bite point? Most people just talk about where the clutch grabs or catches, not where it bites. I think it's just the Roman who calls it that at this point. Bite point. It's more of a motorcycle term. This car is lowered because the springs were replaced. No coilovers here, which was a big decision for Nirav because he dailies this car. You see, the Evo IX was his dream car because it was an attainable performance car for his budget and, in his opinion, a good investment because it could be tuned and modded but always taken back to stock to sell later. For a lot of people, the first and only place they've seen an Evo IX was in the movies. If you go back one generation, long story short, the Evo VIII was popular mostly due to its appearance in Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, the red-headed stepchild of the franchise. The Evo IX takes what the Evo VIII put forward and builds on it by making it more accessible to casual consumers. Although it's still very much a driver's car, despite the casual modifications. Let me explain. Although this MR is the 6-speed, most people with the Evo IXs knock them back to the 5-speed because the 5-speed was stronger. It was a stronger transmission. This one still has the 6 though. For instance, straight off the line, the Evo IX made 286 horsepower. But after Nirav's mods, it's getting anywhere between the 350 to 380 horsepower range. It's a car that is customizable as a college girlfriend and every bit as erratic if you're not on your best behavior. Basically, there are 6 rules of life that will never change. Number 1, never use Head and Shoulders for crotch purposes. Number 2, few things in life are hotter than the lifeguard at your community swimming pool. Number 3, GoPros will always get very hot. Number 4, Garmin will always take you through the ghetto. Number 5, REO Speedwagon is a criminally underrated band by modern standards. And number 6, never, ever, ever treat an Evo IX like a Subaru. Seriously. People, look at this. People just assume an Evo IX is like a Subaru because it looks like one. Oh, both have 4-cylinder engines. Oh, both have turbochargers. Oh, both have all-wheel drive. An Evo IX is just like a Subaru. It isn't. And they figure they can, so Subaru, they're reliable engines. I can beat on them all day long. You can't beat on an Evo IX. This isn't Subaru. Which is why the Evo IXs never seem to last. Because the people driving them lack the basic maturity to keep them in one piece. Sir, look at me. I swapped my 6-speed for a 5. That's all you have to do. Yo, bro, I put my foot on the floor in residential areas. And I'm ready to forward you that clip of Jon Stewart in Crossfire, even though I sent it to you 6 times already, bro. The Evo IX attracts immaturity. But you have to be wise beyond your ears to drive one of these things. Because while the gearbox feels like a Honda, it isn't forgiving like a Honda. Tackling an Evo IX before you're ready can be as awkward as babysitting your old babysitter's kids, and twice as dangerous, because the Evo IX can get away from you before you even realize what's happening. Because the ACD differential isn't forgiving like Subaru's. It's called Mitsubishi's Active Center Differential, and it was first used on the Japanese market Evo VII. It came to the US first with the Evo VIII MR, and it became standard on Evos afterwards. ACD comes with 3 modes: tarmac, gravel, and snow, and I think you remember this from a Top Gear episode, which adapts response based on varying road conditions. But you have to choose the road conditions. It doesn't choose for you. The ACD uses the center differential combined with the front helical limited slip differential and the rear mechanical 1.5 weighted limited slip differential to direct up to 50% of the torque to the rear wheels, but no more. An electronically controlled viscous control unit, VCU, in the center differential helps to direct more power to a wheel with the most traction and cornering using the VCU to send power to the front or rear differentials. If an Evo is accelerating in a straight line, power is always distributed evenly. And if you're dumb enough to try to do burnouts in an Evo IX, you're going to break something. The final drive is 4.583. The gear ratio rack for the steering is 13:1. This car has a 32.7 foot turning radius, which is almost as wide as an RV is long. And the steering wheel is 2.1 turns lock to lock. Driving. Turn around. Up, there we go. Ooh, wow, what was that bang? Is that normal?
It's normal. Like,
was that the rear diff, or what was that clunk I hear from the back?
Probably the rear. But don't worry about it. I mean, it's
RPM, so I have plenty of revs to play with here. I really don't have to be short shifting it through this traffic. That will keep it fairly close to the boost threshold for when I need to join the rest of the traffic, as if it would have been this. Nothing. See, see, now it's on boost. We're at 4, 5.
Yeah. Well, you see from the bottom number, negative is vacuum.
Oh, I can't. I'm wearing my polarized sunglasses. I can't read that thing.
So, it's
oh, there it is.
Yeah.
If I take off my sunglasses just a little bit, here you go.
Of course.
Now I can read that.
Yeah.
I'm still driving it like a Honda.
That Seagull, man, he's just riding the.
There we go. Oh, that was better. Okay. I can shift it faster. I don't have to be totally gentle with it. I can. Ooh, nope, I did it again. Sorry. I clunked it. What it is. Ugh. That is an unearthly feeling. It feels like you're braking. Okay, so I can't Honda shift it to that degree. It's for a guy who wants an STi but wants to suffer more.
I would like to think it's suffering through more of the details. Because of course, like, you know, you constantly get that STi. I'm like, I guess it's the type of guy that, you know, what initially attracted me to this car is that how is it faster on paper than its competitor, right? And so when you look at all the reviews, you know, that came out for this car at the time, it's consistently faster to 60, consistently faster on a track, all these things. And that's what, and then also just the feeling of the car, you know, the way it handles, you know, the way the steering feels, and, you know, it was kind of like one of the things that drove me to this car.
An Evo IX wants you to get arrested. See, power comes on from the huge turbo at about 4,000 RPM. And that means at the end of the highway on-ramp, the Evo is presenting you with fantastic promises of limitless acceleration
and virgin assholes.
The feel of the interior, and this is going to be painful, but the feeling of the interior is on par with a second-generation Dodge Neon. That's how it is. SRT4, Evo IX, about on par with the, they're kind of the same on the inside. And that's a side effect of Mitsubishi putting what money they did have into the engine and brakes. Oh, by the way, fantastic brakes. In closing, the Evo IX is a car you imagine yourself driving when you're a kid. The idealized first car, because like a rescue dog, it needs so much love. And if you own one, You will love it. This is for people who wear their car as a costume because it's going to define who they are for as long as they own it, and maybe for a little while after.
Alright, I'm returning to the rap game. It's been a little while. Hoping this one goes well. Fingers crossed. Let's go. New review for a brand new day like Kofi. Got a boner that's the size of a Heisman Trophy. Even if I ever suffer from shrinkage, I think big, keeping it short and sweet like Peter Dinklage. The Evo IX got that Evo shine, got that Evo swag, cause it's Evo fine. Let me rap about the things I'ma do for no reason. Aggressive like a bill for a state at Four Seasons. I'm for equal rights and equal less for anybody up in you who's trying to step. Cause I protect my rep, and when I get you back, you ain't gonna have another choice except to tap. You want a nightcap? I'll let that 9 clap. Knock your block off like we're playing Minecraft. I'm stunning these people, I'm outgunning these people. UFC steel cage, I'll jail sunning these people. Wake up, get my AM bros to go insane. Call me Seth Rollins, I'm the future of this game. Me and regular are gonna bring the pain. Ain't no shield to protect you when this Roman reigns.